One of the major issues facing environmental planners is how to reduce the amount of waste that we send to landfill. Alcoa of Australia recognised this back in the early 1990s and challenged their employees to reduce, recycle and reuse waste. At Alcoa offices right around Australia, you won't find rubbish bins underneath individual desks. Instead, the waste is taken to collection points like canteens, where there's 3 bins in operation. One for recyclables, a second one for the landfill, and a third one for the worm farm. Now, this initiative has meant a reduction of more than 50% of this sort of waste going to landfill. Don Sutherland is the worm farm manager, and he's responsible for harnessing the worms to recycle food wastes, paper towels, paper napkins and shredded office paper at the on-site worm farm. Don, how much waste do these worms convert?
Well, in the last 12 months we've processed 140,000 kilograms of organic waste that's been passed in through here. By the time it goes through the composting period here and goes into the worm farm, we end up with probably about 16 to 18 cubic metres of vermicast at the end of the year. Okay, the compost is blended in with our natural topsoils here as a soil improver. The vermicast from the worm farming here is used with the seedlings and the new plantings throughout the refinery. We're touching base with all the local schools. Well, the kids are great. Initially I visit the primary school and set their worm farm up, including the 3 bin system. I think that's where it really begins, in reduce, recycle and reuse. They get a handle on it, and then later in the year they'll come out here and do a tour of the whole refinery and out to the worm farm and get into ours and really get up to the elbows in it. In the past, this sort of waste has gone to landfill, the local rubbish tip or wherever, and contaminated the groundwater. It's just not acceptable these days with our water requirements.
What a great example from one of our major corporates as to how you can turn rubbish into garden fertiliser by using earthworms.